Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix 2018, episode 61. In this episode, we're going to work on automating the Blaze farm and then turn back to the Enderman farm. Let's get started. Alright, so I'm back from the Nether. I've got a few Ender Pearls, and I've got an Enderman trapped in a mob imprisonment tool, and also a Wither skeleton for later. But I like to use a Killer Joe rather than a Mob Crusher for this mob room. We can increase our drops for Ender Pearls and Enderman Heads by using specific tools in the Killer Joe. Now, for Ender Pearls, won't be that important. It's more of the heads that I'm interested in, but it's something different, and it's nice to do different builds from time to time. So I like to do that. So we will still probably use the mob duplicator to spawn the Enderman, but we will kill them with the Killer Joe. But to make a Killer Joe, we're going to need to feed it nutrient essence, and that is not the same thing as liquid XP, so we're going to have to make that in a vat. But before we do that, let's fix a couple of things on the system. So I want this cactus to be inside the base in the system, so we're going to change that out to use Ender Chest, which is why I have the Ender Pearls in my inventory, so it won't start being used for auto-crafting of the stuff we use for our octitic capacitors. So let's see here. I want to get an Ender Chest so we can import things in the system. There we go. There's one Ender Chest. And we're going to need to make an item frame. So the ways that you can filter what the Hopper Hawk picks up, if there's nothing else it can pick up, which is why I use the drawers a lot, that's all it will pick up. But if you have a chest where it can pick up anything, we need to filter that. And you can use item frames to do that. We simply put the item that we want in the item frame and attach it to the chest, and that's the only thing the Hopper Hawk will pick up. So in this case, it will only pick up cactus. It won't pick up anything else that drops around there, like, I don't know, zombie flesh if a zombie dies, or maybe some of these trees are too close to the cactus spawner. So let's see, here we're going to put this thing. Guess we'll put you down here, and we'll put the item frame with the cactus, and now we'll put the Hopper Hawk down, and the Hopper Hawk has to be on grass, and you can see that if I drop cactus, and make sure my magnet won't work, it will take up the cactus. But if I drop pork chops, they will just sit there harmlessly until they despawn, or until I let go of shift and my magnet picks them up. But the Hopper Hawk will not take them. So now we will simply put these in the chest, and what we'll need to do before I start doing stuff like that is I want to take you away, put that back in there, and we need to dye that chest cyan. Do I have any cyan dye on me? Nope, it's all in the base. I should make a wireless crafting thing so that when I'm running around the base, I can get things from inside the system. There we go. There's a cyan dye. Alright. So now we put the Hopper Hawk here, and I thought for a minute that he picked up nether wart, but he did not. That's coming from over there, because all the ender chests are linked. See? You can see it at the corner left of the screen. Okay, so there we go. We'll now have cactus always in the system. I won't have to come out here and get that anymore. So, not that I've had to do that very often, but, you never know. So, let's go ahead and make a void upgrade for that, because we're not going to want that to just sit there indefinitely and just, keep getting cactus. Now, it's only a single drawer right now. I don't have anything else I'm going to put in there, so for now it'll be fine to just leave in there. But eventually we'll change it to a 1x2 or a 2x2 at some point when we get more items to put in the system. Alright, that takes care of that. Now let's get back to work on those wireless receivers. So redstone transmitter and redstone receiver. So we're going to need all of those things. So, alright, you don't know how to make machine bases, do you? No, you sure don't. Well, let's fix that. Alright. There's a machine base, gold nuggets and stone. And then let's say make the transmitter and the receiver. Do you know how to make comparators? Yes, you do. Cool. So we'll go chuck these patterns into the system. See, we've already almost used the entire second page. Good thing we've got 4 more to go. Alright, so I want a transmitter. Okay. Soon as I put the ender pearls in the system, he's going to start making stuff, isn't he? He might not. He might be okay. He wants to make 4 vibrant alloy ingots. Why does he want 4 vibrant alloy ingots? Oh, I looked at the wrong thing. Okay, but that only requires 4 ender pearls, so that should be okay. Yeah, so I should be able to put that in there, and he can take that and it will be okay. So let's go ahead and make the transmitter. Yep. And the receiver. Alright, there we go. A receiver and a transmitter. And we need to make a detector. So basically what we want to do is set the detector up to turn itself on and emit a signal that will be transmitted wirelessly to the blaze farm and whenever we are low on blaze rods. So let's see here. How are we going to do this? I don't know how I want this to be. If I want to put this in the floor or in the basement. I mean, the basement is probably the best place for this. I kind of want to leave this wall free for more generators. We could run the cable across the floor and put things over here. We could dig in the floor and put them here. I think I'm going to put them on the floor over here. Yeah, because you can put these things on the wall. Okay, so now we are linked. The channel is set properly. So, but you shouldn't be the receiver, you should be the transmitter. So, let's see here. Alright, now, there's my wrench. Can we, yep, there we go. So, what I need is the detector down here. And if we detect that there is less than, you know, X amount of blaze rods in the system, which, I don't know, I'll say 256, because why not? Alright, so we'll get some blaze rods, and we will go ahead and get more conduits, because we're going to need that. Will that be enough? Maybe we should craft more of those. Okay. Got close to half a stack now. That should do for the time being. So, where are... Okay, so you are right here, right next to where we need to be. So you are now connected. And if we say 256, when it's under that amount in the system, you are going to emit a signal. And then that will go to this transmitter, which will transmit this signal to wherever it is I put the other one. So let's see here. Let's chuck the blaze rods back in the system. And now all we have to do is replace that lever with this redstone receiver. Alright, so let's break you. I cannot tell if you're working. I'm thinking, no, you're not. Alright, so what have I done wrong? Let's go get some redstone so we can make sure that these things are transmitting appropriately. Alright, so you are definitely... Huh, that was weird. It's like it needed to be started or before it would work, but it's working now. Huh. Well, so now the question becomes, will it turn off automatically when we are done? Because it should. So let's go back down here, and let's say we need... Okay, so now you should be off. So is the blaze spawner off as well? No, no it's not. So this is not working. So I'm gonna guess it's because of where this is placed. Let's see here. Let's take you down. Yeah, you're acting on this signal, so why are you doing anything? Okay, there we go. So, if we put that transmitter there, you're going to be an input on red. That should be good. So, put the facade back down. And you are... I'm pretty sure you're off. I keep hearing things in there. You know, you're definitely off. But you're making noise, which is weird. Things that are off shouldn't make noise. Alright, so let's try that again. Let's put you at 256. You are emitting a signal. Yes, you turned on. Your tank is full. Why is your tank full? How do we fix that? Your tank's not full. Alright, let's just break you to see if that gets rid of the signal. You do not seem to be stopping. Are you just slow to stop? No, you're working. Exactly what redstone signal do you believe you're receiving? Is it this one? That's possible. Alright, let's see here. Well, hello, Blaze. Okay, let's make you a green signal. And I need at least one of those. Okay, so you should be an input on the green signal. So the question is, shouldn't you be running right now? Let's go check this first, but I think that I told it to just pause for a minute. So you're still working, and it should carry through that block. I think that should be okay. May have to change up the design of that too, but let's go take a look at this first. You know what? You couldn't have been the reason your signal wasn't working. You are not connected to anything over here. That's definitely you spawning things. But here you are saying you need a redstone signal and you're still working. Alright, I'm gonna go troubleshoot that off camera and I will be back in a little while. I wish I could tell you that I had some way of describing what happened, but I don't know what happened. Maybe you noticed something on the video that I am overlooking, but I must have derped something, or the mods are just being a little buggy. But it's working fine now. So, yeah, he turns off when he has enough stuff. It turns back on when he doesn't. So, I put the ender tank here on auto output mode. The reason that he was filling with fluid is that the pipe that went over here when he was also in input and extract mode, basically it saturated the line. There was no more place for it to go. So he was just going to guaranteed be filled up. And that means he would not collect any experience orbs, and they'll just sit there till they despawn. And experience orbs on a server can cause a ton of lag. You don't want them sitting there. So I wanted everything to be drained out of these things in here, and if we need the essence somewhere, we'll pipe it somewhere or use the ender tanks. We've got plenty of fluid tanks now. We've got plenty of blaze rods to get whatever we need now. So we'll just leave that like it is. So there we go. Our blaze spawner is done. So let's move on to the Enderman spawner so we can get some more ender pearls. Now, we are getting some from the regular mob spawner, but the regular mob spawner, it's served its purpose mostly. We've got plenty of essence, and mostly we just get a bunch of junk from it. So, mostly it's, bones and zombie flesh and things like that. So, we don't really need that thing to run pretty much ever again, probably, unless we need essence. So maybe at some point we will put the essence into the system and measure that, and then we can run it when we're low on essence or when we're in need of more essence. So I may do that, but right now I can't see a need for that, so I'm going to leave that be. But ender pearls, we definitely have a need for more ender pearls. So I want to get a more targeted setup for that. So, like I said, I wanted to make a Killer Joe for this. So, to make one of those, we need some dark steel ingots, some fused quartz, and a Frankenzombie. So, first of all, let's add fused quartz to one of the interfaces to keep that in stock because it's very slow to craft. Now, I added the octadic capacitor, but it would be nicer if we just have plenty of fused quartz, on demand. So let's go ahead and we'll make one. And you'll see how long that takes to make. So a lot faster than it was. But if we need a bunch of it, we're not going to have a great time waiting on that. And why should we? We have a whole auto crafting system set up to enable us to do that. So I want to keep, let's say a half stack in here at all times. And that should be just fine. So there we go. It's making 27 fused quartz. So every time we changed that, it went into our thing, but it's fine. So you can see occasionally it says machine is in use, but that's fine. It's because it's making the quartz. This is all it has right now. It's all we can put in there. And it can figure that out when it can't put some more things in there, and it can wait and hold back. So there we go. There's the fused quartz. It will keep plenty of that in the system for us. So that will be a nice system. So, moving on, what else do we need for our Killer Joe? The Frankenzombie. So, looky there, we need a zombie or a zombie villager with a Z logic controller. They have changed this. Okay, well, it's nighttime, so let's get a soul dial. let's see. A soul vial requires some solarium and some fused quartz. Hey, we have fused quartz. And I'm auto-crafting solarium too. So I think we're going to need another soul vial at some point. But for now, let's go get a zombie. None of you are zombies. I don't care about you. Hello. Thank you. Alright, so head back to the home. So a soul vial is very much like a mob imprisonment tool. It's Ender.io's way of trapping mobs and, respawning them later if you want. So I'm trying to think if I want to use Essence or if I want to use a spawner from Ender.io. You know what? I think I'll use a power spawner from Ender.io. And that means we need to get another Enderman. So let me go find an Enderman. Since it's nighttime. Oh, there's one on the map right there. Hi, I see you too. Hello, Enderman. Give me your soul. Thank you. Alright, there we go. So rather than use the mob duplicator, we will go completely Ender.io for this one. Ow. Let me in. Ow. Bad spider. Bad spider. Okay. There we go. So, need to make a Z logic controller. So that is a processing recipe. So let's go ahead and teach it how to make those. Alright. So we'll need to take these things out. We're just going to get the Z logic controller from that. And what we need to do now is... Oh, that won't work. What we need to do now is make this orange. This is the wrong kind of silicon. Let's put the right kind of silicon in there. No, just stop it. There we go. That's what I want. So our dictionary of this should get us a Z logic controller. But we're going to need another machine to do that, because again, I don't want to take down anything that's up here. I might use these manually. So we're going to need another slice and splice. So let's build one of those. So let's see here, the slice and splice. I don't think we'll be using these a lot, so I'm just going to make one manually. So let's see here, we're going to need a soul machine chassis. And that is the Solatune powder with the simple machine chassis. So let's make one of those. And do we have, yep, we've got some Solatune powder. Alright, let's go chuck this in the induction smelter. That should get us the Solatune thing we need. So now we need... We're going to need any kind of head, some shears, and an iron axe. Alright, there's some shears. There's an iron axe. Alright, now how close are we? We are there. Okay, so let's see. What are our relative skull counts? We're pretty heavy on both skeletons and zombies. It doesn't really matter. We have ever so slightly more zombies than we have skeletons, but it doesn't really matter. Alright. There we go. A slice and splice. And we're going to need an octadic capacitor, which, because we auto-crafted all the alloys already, it's very easy to go ahead and make. And you can see it's already renewing our stuff. Cool. So there we go, a slice and splice. So now we need a crafter. we're probably going to want another interface to keep some destruction and construction cores on hand, because we're waiting for those to be crafted right now on demand, and you know that's a little annoying. Okay, so that should be the thing we need, and there's our Z logic controller. So let's go put this guy somewhere. Alright, we're going to need more conduits. Alright, let's see. Conduits. Not redstone, not fluid. We're going to need energy, maybe refined storage conduit. Need item ducts, need item conduits. Oh, that's right. I used them all up, didn't I? Okay, so yeah, that should work. Okay, there we go. More item conduits. Perfect. And he should be auto-remaking the pulsating iron. These things are awesome. Alright, let's try this again. So, where's my pickaxe? I ask every time as if someone's going to answer me. Alright, so there's the energy conduits. And need these guys. Okay, I'm going to separate this by one space in case we make another furnace or something, which we might, I'm not sure yet. So there's the slice and splice, there's the capacitor. Here's our crafter, and we'll rotate that to the down. And we can connect these two. And now we will put our slice and splice Z-logic pattern in here. We're going to need shears and an axe for him to work. So let's go make some dark steel stuff. There we go, dark steel shears. And an axe. Alright, so that's what we need to make the machine, actually function. We'll need to configure the conduits as well. So, you should be an extract who's always active, and that should take you over to the interface. So there we go. That should be a slice and splice that will work for us. So let's see if we can crack a Z-logic controller now. It's still making some dark steel ingots because I used them up, but I got the Z-logic controller. Cool. Now we should want to make the Killer Joe as soon as we make that a Franken-zombie. So a soul vial and a soul binder. You don't have a soul binder. Well, let's make one of those. So what do we have for that? Okay, every kind of head and a soul machine chassis. Alright, so I need that soul-attuned powder, and I need a chassis. Chuck this into the induction smelter. And let's improve the speed of the induction smelter. I mean, it's already done, but, for future and whatnot. Alright, there we go. So next time it will be faster than it was this time. So, needed that soul machine chassis. I wanted the soul binder. Alright, there we go. That should be everything we need to get that. Okay. He's almost certainly going to need a capacitor, so let's get 1 gold again. Let's see here. Have we been mining? We're still on, are we not? Yeah, it's still on. Okay. So, yeah, we've got a little bit more gold, so need to get that cryothium. What am I doing about that? Oh, I always forget. Okay, so do we have any cinnabar? We have 4 cinnabar. Do we have any rich slag? Nope, we sure don't. Alright, let's see here. So I want this to go in the induction smelter. And we should get some rich slag to use with a bit more of the gold. So let's look for rich slag. 2's better than nothing. Okay, so we have enough gold to go now. We are getting some stuff from the thing. You know what? I don't want to combine these. I want to actually export from there and do a chest and do something with that. So, yeah, okay. These can stay there for now. You know, that is one thing we're getting from the system that we can't get very many other places. Although I guess if I wanted that, I'd make a zombie pigman spawner. Yeah, I won't do that. Okay, so where were we? Octadic capacitor. All right, now we should be able to go and get that. So now I'm not going to put him downstairs. I want to put him upstairs because you don't really need to autocraft with this very often. Okay, so we're going to put you right here. Put your capacitor in there. So we need a soul vial of zombie and the Z logic controller I did not bring. And we need to configure the output of this machine. And we need, yeah, so we need 4 levels of XP to do this. I guess we already had plenty. Okay, so it's going to make this thing. And we get our soul vial back, get our Franken zombie. Alright, so now can we make our Killer Joe? Yep, there we go. 1 Killer Joe. Cool. Alright, I'm going to wrap the episode up here. When we come back, we will hopefully complete the Enderman farm. Thanks for watching. See you next time.